Hey, Dennis here. Glad to see you on this Monday afternoon. I want to talk to you for just a second, especially if you're men watching this. But this goes out for women too. It works for both sides. I want to talk to you about respecting your spouse's gifts. There was something unique that drew you to your spouse, whether it be your husband or your wife, or in the case of dating, somebody, if you're in a long term relationship, there was something about her, or about him that attracted you and drew you in. And as you get to know them better, you realize that they have a unique gift set and a skill set that is different than yours. As I've been married now 9 years, going on 10, my wife's unique skill set is completely different than mine. But at the same time, we have learned to use them in a very complementary way. This didn't come easy. I won't even lie to you. I'm a pretty hard-headed person. Anybody that knows me will tell you that. Some probably very vehemently agree that, dude, he's like a bull ox. I admit it. But that tenacity has also proved helpful in other scenarios. So I digress on that for just a brief minute. But back to my wife. She has a very unique set of abilities that amaze me day after day after day, and I'm thankful, so thankful for them, because there have been times that she has saved my behind, where she has seen a situation a little differently than me and said, I get where you're wanting to do that, and I applaud your idea. It's probably not going to work out for the best for us. And when I've listened to that, we've gone back and looked and said, oh man, and she saved my butt more times than I care to admit. Now, there are other times that I was so set on doing it. I'm, dead set. I'm going to make this happen, and went against her advice, and it turned out to be disastrous at times. Guys, if we're in putting this little chat in reference to our wives, sometimes you've just got to be humble enough to listen. Ladies, sometimes you get an idea or an impulse and it's all based on emotion. There's nothing wrong with being an emotional being. But being the more logical side, sometimes we have the advantage to see some things without the emotion involved that can save you in the same way. So it's a give and take. It is a symbiotic relationship where if you're healthy and you love that person, you are pushing the other one to be the best version of themselves that they can be. I push my wife to be a better person. She pushes me to be a better person. Sometimes there's a clash of wills. It happens. We're people. We're all growing. We're all developing. It is all about being the best that we can be. I want to be the best husband, be the best person, be the best dad I can be. So I've got an amazing 13-year-old son who looks up to me. My wife wants to be the best wife, best mom, best person she can be. We want to be the best we can be in our jobs, and our careers, across the board. People who have goals always want to be their best. But we can't do it alone. And this is where I'm landing this plane this afternoon to remind myself, to remind my wife if she watches this, to remind you and your significant others, respect each other's gifts. Respect each other's insight. There's a grace that comes from just simply humbling yourself and saying, I don't have all the answers. But you know what? Your idea is sounding a lot better than where I could have taken myself with my idea. Thanks so much for sharing. As we learn to be more cooperative with one another, you find that the arguments go away, number one. And number two, it's just easier. We don't live long enough to experience every single mistake the hard way. Learn from other people's mistakes. Take wisdom in seeing, that could be a pitfall. My wife warned me about it. I'm going to steer clear. Save yourself a lot of headache and heartache that way. I'm just telling you straight up. Anyway, my thoughts for today, beginning a good and new week. Happy Monday. I hope yours was amazing. Go Monday Night Football. Go Kansas City Royals. And have a great life. Have a great week this week.